Okay, I'm going to show some samples of how to do some simplifying with the trig functions. First problem is sine theta times secant theta. Can I use substitutions to simplify that and make it have less functions in it? So let's look at that. Sine theta, secant theta, and I look over here at my substitutions and I see that secant theta could be called 1 over cosine theta. So I'm going to try that substitution first. And that was 1 over cosine theta. Then, if I multiply these two together, I get sine theta over cosine theta. And if I simplify that one more time, looking here, sine over cosine can be called tangent theta. And there's the answer, which is simplified from what I started with. All right, let's try another one. I have cosine, cosecant, and tangent. If I look at cosecant, I see it could be 1 over sine. If I look at tangent, it could be 1 over cotangent or sine over cosine. Since both of these are in sine and cosine, let's make that in sine over cosine too. So cosine alpha times 1 over sine alpha times sine alpha over cosine alpha. Now if you look at this, I could make this a fraction, and this reduces just like regular numbers, cosine with cosine. 1, 1. Sine with sine. 1 times 1 times 1. 1 on top. 1 times 1 times 1. 1 on the bottom. Final answer, 1. Everything canceled out. So 1 is simplified from what I started with. All right, here's a third one. When you get something that starts off as a fraction, sometimes the best first step is to rewrite it as a multiplication. For example, this could be written as cosine t times 1 over cotangent t. And 1 over cotangent could be written as tangent. So let's do again. I've got cosine t times tangent t. And then tangent can be sine over cosine. So cosine t times sine t over cosine t. That cancels out. Final answer, sine t. Can you see that last bit of the answer? Final answer, sine t. So, and what's important when you're doing these is to show all of your steps. So I went from here and I wrote it as 2 parts. Then my next step, coming right down here, I showed my substitution. Then here, if you're going down, the substitution is usually right under the part where I substituted, so it's pretty easy to follow. And I'd like you to try to do some of these on 447. So good luck. I think you can do these.